Boost to India-UAE Bonhomie. Prime Minister Modi has held a crucial bilateral meeting with President Al Nahyan. Both leaders have signed a slew of MOUs and have also launched UPI RuPay systems in the UAE. The launching of UPI in the UAE comes a day after it was launched in Sri Lanka and Mauritius. India and the UAE are all set to interlink their payments platform and domestic debit and credit cards. That is India's RuPay with UAE's Jevan. Even though these agreements are still in their early stages and the specific details of implementation are yet to be known, they facilitate two main objectives: seamless cross-border transactions and enhanced card acceptance. As the UPI goes global, is this testament to India strengthening the economic position in the world? Remember, digital transactions are at a record high in India. What does UPI's global surge mean for the world is the big question. Sharad Kohli is joining us live for more details on this story. Economist Sharad, clearly, of course, UPI expands its presence across the world.
Well, absolutely, Uday. Good morning to you and good morning to the NewsX viewers. Yes, I mean, a total January statistics of UPI in India shows 18,40,000 crores of transactions in 1 month. And if you go to the number of transactions, 1,220 crore, these are the number of transactions. The number of participating banks, 550 banks are on board in UPI now. So I think it was just waiting to go global, and I think this is big news for a huge diaspora which stays in UAE for a very long time. And UAE is one country where the largest number of people from India live and work. I think I would like to see this as a next stage. This is not just going to facilitate cross-border payments from there, because there's a lot of inflow which happens from UAE to India. We call it as the money order economy, or the inflows which come back home. But I'm waiting for the day, Uday. I'm moving one step forward now, because J1 is the local UPI system which is operable right now in UAE. I'm waiting for a day where people in UAE who live in UAE, they will be able to make local transactions also by the UPI. Right now, as I said, this is for cross-border transactions where you can, while sitting there, you can make transactions in India and vice versa. But now the next stage of acceptability and the next stage where it goes into implementation is, or shall I say, import of UAE technology by the foreign countries, by other countries, would be where they can locally implement their own banks, they can integrate their own banks for local transactions. I think I'm waiting for that day. But for now, I think Sri Lanka, Mauritius, the list keeps getting longer by the day. I mean, every month we come to know about new countries which are getting added. This is big news for the massive Indian diaspora, which is more than 3 crore people who stay outside and who want to transact with their own country. As far as RuPay is concerned, again, there are about 34 crore RuPay cards, which are currently in vogue. And I think I'm again waiting for the day, again moving one step forward, where Master and Visa and Amex would get replaced by RuPay, and we will see RuPay cards in the pockets of people who do not belong to India, who are foreigners. So I think that day is not far. The way our fintech is progressing, Uday, I think I'm just waiting for that day to happen, where our own RuPay will not just be seen in the pockets of Indians, but in the pockets of foreigners as well in the times to come. All in all, great news. And I think fintech, there's no stopping on fintech as far as India is concerned. It's going global. It's spreading its wings faster than one can imagine. Overall, good news for Indians. The progressive Indian economy, which is heading for third, as Prime Minister Modi yesterday repeated in his UAE address, we are giving a guarantee that in the third term, this is going to be the third largest. I think, and there is another news which has come, Uday, which I'm sure a lot of people do not know, that it is likely that the Japan economy may slide downwards behind Germany. So we might end up in overtaking, I would say, Germany by 26, or Japan by 26, and Germany by 27. So there are two reasons which are contributing to Indian economy becoming the third largest. One is India, of course, moving at a very rapid pace. And the second reason is that the Japan and the German economy, the two economies which are ahead of India right now, they are slowing down considerably. So it's like a race where your opponent running ahead of you is slowing down, you're running faster. So we are likely to achieve the finishing line sooner. So great news for Indians. So overall, we should be proud of it.
All right, let's leave it at that. Appreciate you joining us with your perspective on that story, Sharad Kohli. Meanwhile, the Prime Minister's office has released a video of the highlights of his action-packed Day 1 visit, where he held a bilateral with President Al Nahyan and also interacted with Indian diaspora at Abu Dhabi. Let's take a look at these moments.
मुझे हमेशा लगा है कि जब मैं आपके पास आया हूँ, आप लोगों के बीच आया हूँ, कि जैसे मैं अपने ही घर में आया हूँ, अपने ही परिवार के ही सदस्यों के साथ मिलने आया हूँ। भारत और यूएई के बीच में हर क्षेत्र में एक साझी भागीदारी हो रही है। हम यूपीआई मेरा और हमारा जीवन कार्ड, इन दोनों का एक प्रकार से एक नया युग शुरू हो रहा है फिनटेक का।
इक्कीसवीं सदी के इस तीसरे दशक में भारत और यूएई का रिश्ता एक अभूतपूर्व ऊंचाई पर पहुंच रहा है। हम एक दूसरे की प्रोग्रेस में पार्टनर हैं। हमारा रिश्ता टैलेंट का है, इनोवेशन का है, कल्चर का है। भारत और यूएई वक्त की कलम से दुनिया की किताब पर एक बेहतर भाग्य का हिसाब लिख रहे हैं। भारत और यूएई की दोस्ती हमारी साझा दौलत है। हकीकत में हम अच्छे भविष्य की बेहतरीन शुरुआत कर रहे हैं।
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.